2 years ago, I was on a boat trip in Greece with my girlfriend. It's a public boat trip, so we're sitting there with around 20 people, just enjoying the views as we're cruising over the beautiful waters. And I will never forget, there was this man on the trip. He was by himself, and he was just sitting back, looking at people, making eye contact, and constantly smiling. And as I was quite captivated by his presence, I was noticing that everybody he made eye contact with and sort of non-verbally communicated with started smiling as well, but not just for a few seconds, but for a long time. And so looking back at that day where everybody was affected by his presence, we're talking about a situation where someone, without saying a single word, just by being there, has made the memory of that day better. Now, that is the power of presence. Your presence is something you take along with you everywhere you go. And because we are social creatures, it is a deciding factor in getting what you want in life. So if you want to make people feel your presence and aura, then this is a video you want to pay close attention to. See, your presence is nothing more than your desire for life, authentically expressed so that the world around you responds to it. And if you've been on Semen retention, then you already know, often has the world responding to it in strange ways. At least that's how all these Semen retention aura videos describe it, as something strange. And here's the big problem with it. Besides the fact that it's kind of silly to turn this into some high-level wizardry, it also tells the story that it's not something you can control and it just happens to you. And that's where men go totally wrong, because it isn't something strange or inexplainable at all. This is something you can control and expand onto the world. And in this video, I will teach you step by step how you can remove the blocks that are ruining your aura, and then how you can expand this presence of yours, making it a part of your character every room you step in, as opposed to something strange just happening to you. Thank you for being here. Let's get into it. So at the end of this video, I will give you a bonus that ties everything together and gives you an anchor for you to actually apply this framework, so that this framework doesn't become just another video that you watched, but that you have something that you can hold on to that allows you to apply this framework all the time, anywhere you go. Your presence is desire authentically expressed. If you've watched more of my videos, then you know that desire is the most powerful tool for us men. It's quite literally the source of anything we do. Desire consists of two elements: your authentic masculine essence, so basically who you are and what you want in life, and then your sexual energy. Where your masculine essence is unique to you, your sexual desire mobilizes it. For example, you might want to travel the world and make 10K a month with an online business, and I might want to stay in my country and become the best sales rep in my company. We might want very different things, but we both have the same natural sexual desire that mobilizes us to get there. So you can visualize this desire of yours as a circulation of energy that spills over through your body, through your eyes, through your words, into the world, making the world respond to you, right? Someone randomly staring at you makes you feel something that might make you respond. Some attractive girl in the gym working the machine next to you might make you feel something and could, if you had the balls, have you respond. Without a single word being said, we register energy and respond to it all the time instinctively. Action, reaction. So while the world is busy focusing on what it can see and what it can observe and explain, it is in fact the energy under these things that guides everything. So listen, we cannot move forward in this video if some part of you hasn't accepted this truth, that your desire and energy is literally what decides what you get back in life. If you are still focused on the words to say, the techniques to implement, and the strategies to apply, then you miss out on the thing beneath it that makes it all work. As we start talking about the presence, you have to conclude that your energy is powerful and is constantly making other people feel things in the same way that other people make you feel something. If you accept this and conclude this, then we can move on. So if you want to have a powerful and persuasive aura in this world, then that means you have to get rid of the blockages killing your presence. When you clear these blockages, then your presence will be felt already, even before getting into the ways of expanding it. And all of that, of course, begins with desexualizing your brain. When you are watching porn and are therefore fixated on female beauty as you go out into the world, that means that your energy gets stuck. Your energy is corrupted for the simple reason that your sexual desire is about more than femininity and beauty. Your sexual desire mobilizes your essence into your career, into your relationships, into the way you show up into the world. So when your brain is sexualized, it is coded to care only about women and how to get access to it, which is a very low frequency, not only in dating, but just in general. And so you know what the answer is, and it is to get on semen retention and to stop watching porn. This will not only boost massively your desire, your general desire, sexual desire for life, but it will also purify that energy and make sure that it can move around your body. Because even if you have a raging sexual desire within you while watching porn and fixating on women everywhere you go, that's amazing and I'm happy for you, but this energy still needs to be able to flow through your body, right? You can be raging with energy, but if it doesn't flow, it cannot be expressed onto the world. If it cannot be expressed onto the world, then people won't feel it. And of course, if people won't feel it, that means they won't respond. And so you have a shitty presence in the world. And as I mentioned already, your desire consists only of two simple things, which is your masculine essence, who you are, what you do, what you stand for, and the sexual energy itself that mobilizes it, that mobilizes your essence onto the world. Meaning that there's only two places where blockages can arise. And that's what we'll dive into right now. The most common block that I've seen as a coach is the belief that your desire is somehow bad, shameful, or negative. I talk about this extensively in this video. I will tag it somewhere on the screen right now. You should definitely watch it after this video. This is the simple result of your childhood and the beliefs that have formed over the course of your life. And without getting into the nitty-gritty of why things happened, let's just address the issue. Naturally, as you're already desexualizing your brain now, this will alleviate you of most of the shame and guilt that you've been building up over the course of your life as you're jerking off, imagining that you're the man watching on the screen. Just listening to that sentence, which I'm not saying to make you feel bad, it simply describes already why there is a lot of shame and guilt involved with it, because it is a very unnatural routine to have, in fact. But beyond this, removing the blockages connected to your sexual desire has everything to do with the difference between expression and depression. Depressed sexual desire, depressed desire for money, depressed desire for success in your life, this all turns right back in your face. And here's the truth. You need to give yourself the space to express your sexual desire in every arena of life. In your career, with women, in your relationships, with your friends. In all of these arenas, you need to express yourself in order for you to stay light. If we depress our nature, if we depress our authentic masculine energy, this will create these blockages literally in our body. There's a few books on this actually. This will literally create these blockages in your body that stops that energy from flowing. And unfortunately, I cannot make this more practical than saying to you, you must express yourself. If you are walking down the street and that soulful urge wants you to approach a woman, please do it. If you want to give someone a compliment in the supermarket, do it. If you want these next 3 months in your life to be a leap in your online business, make it happen. You must express this raging sexual desire so that it can start flowing again. The bonus that I promised you at the end of this video is also a tool for you to remove all these blockages and make sure that energy flows. So keep watching. So that is the sexual desire part of the equation. The other part of the equation is your masculine essence. So let's talk about the blockages there. If we go out into the world and we just start doing things and applying strategies and techniques, and what do I have to say to get the girl? What techniques make sure that I get to sleep with her? What business model do I need to do to get 10K a month? You are sidestepping who you are and therefore creating blockages. It's this dissonance between what you're doing and who you are. And this affects your dating life, this affects your career. In all of these arenas of life that we are fighting in as men, we have this dissonance between who we are and what we're doing. If you can become a man who connects these two, connect who you are with what you're doing in all of these arenas in life, then you will be in full alignment, and so this energy can flow. Let's just give an example here. If you are authentically more introspective, and then you're watching a video about some push and pull techniques to make a girl sleep with you. There you are as an introspective, more mysterious, more at a completely different archetype, implementing these techniques, these extroverted techniques to be more dominant, doing something totally disconnected to who you are at your core. And so what happens is this girl will not be attracted to you because she will feel, as women do very well, that you are being unauthentic, that you are disconnected to who you are. So how do you become a man that connects what he does to who he is by asking yourself two questions. What do you want and why do you want it? Ask yourself these questions in every single thing you're doing, and you will find and you will get a lot of answers about yourself. What kind of feminine partner do you want? And then why do you want a partner like that? What kind of career do you want? And why do you want it? Start asking yourself these questions so that you learn about your own essence. And if you really want to connect to your masculine essence in a systematic way, you should join the Masculine Direction community. I have a full coaching program that I've ran for many years that systematically helps you connect to your essence. This is a coaching program I actually charged quite a lot for, and I put it into the community as a starting point for every man to join. For a limited time, there's free access to the community, so I'll see you there. And I'm telling you, when you connect to your essence, you're using semen retention, you desexualize your brain, you're giving yourself the space to express that sexual desire on all the different arenas in your life, you will be a different breed entirely. It is simply not the standard to do these things, because the standard, unfortunately, has become, what do I need to say and do to get what I want, with a brain that is fully sexualized, just filled with blockages. So if you remove these blockages in this way, you will already have a presence that feels different. And so these strange moments will happen already. You, of course, want to take things a step further. And then we get into the expansion of that presence. So in order for you to expand your presence, you must learn how to expand your energy. And in order for you to expand your energy, you must master the 3 elements that communicate energy. I'm going to describe these 3 elements to you, together with a very powerful method for you to start applying it. And yes, the semen retention, eye contact is of course part of it. But first, let's start with the body. Your body communicates in countless ways your energy to the rest of the world. And to avoid complicating everything by talking about body language for 5 hours, I can actually wrap everything together in just 2 words. Take space. If you want to expand your energy and presence, then you must physically allow it by expanding your body alongside with it. But listen carefully, I'm not talking about alpha broing some guy for the armrest in a plane. I'm not talking about stealing a seat on the bus from a grandma. I'm not talking about puffing your chest like a gorilla that's ordered on Wish. What I'm saying is to give yourself the physical space that you need to express yourself. Please don't overthink this, because yes, body language is very interesting and the psychology behind it, but taking space is literally the only 2 words that you need to print in your brain. It summarizes having good posture, it summarizes talking with your hands, it summarizes everything you need to know about body language in a very instinctive, intuitive way. Second is of course the eyes, and here things are getting interesting, especially on semen retention. The topic of eye contact has been subjected to many videos, the exact type of video that I'm talking about that turn all of this in some kind of wizardry, and for good reason, because I do agree your eye contact is the most powerful tool for the simple reason that it communicates the highest amount of information. Your body, your eyes, and your mouth, the element that comes next, these are the ways in which you communicate your energy. So where the eyes, being the windows of your soul, is indeed a very cringy and cliche expression, yet we cannot argue the message under it. I'm really struggling to word it differently, but I really don't have to. It is, in fact, like a window that allows other people to look inside that desire for life. You can make people see it just by having them look in your eyes. And you cannot fake it. Someone who is pestered with addiction, I've been an example of that myself. People will be able to tell by looking in your eyes, and you often want to look away because you are shameful of the energy within you. So when you follow the steps outlined in this video, then you have an energy that you want to show with the world, and so your eyes will be the most powerful way in which you can do so. When you know who you are as a man and you are okay with your desire, then your eyes become the most playful tool that you have to continue the trend of simplicity. Raise your eyebrows and look at the world as if it's yours. That's it. Look at the world with that raging desire. And then third, and I saved it with good reason, is your mouth. And this might sound strange, but it is the most misused and misunderstood tool that there is. And I'm going to tell you everything about it. Your presence isn't words. Your presence is energy. And so your words are vehicles that can transfer energy. You thinking that the words you say has even the slightest impact on this world is silly. When you open your mouth, anything that comes out of it is as good as the energy that's behind it. So if you're part of this channel for longer, then you know what I'm about to say. And that is, shut up. Just shut up sometimes. Look around the room with your eyebrows raised. Listen to what people are really saying. Smile and talk with your body until you feel genuine energy to speak. And only then you should speak. Two things will happen here. First of all, everything that you're going to say will be said with intention, and your words will have energy behind it. And secondly, you will become a physical magnet if you can do so comfortably and confidently. I cannot highlight enough this lost art of silence. We just run out in front of ourselves with our words all the time and filling up space with words, filling up space in a way that energy cannot show itself, that attraction cannot arise. We're just so afraid of silence and pressure that we just start naming empty words. And when you become someone who can confidently and comfortably rest in silence while talking with your eyes, while talking with your body, right? Not zoned out, but extremely present in that silence, you will become an absolute magnet. You must learn how to speak more with your eyes and body than you speak with your mouth. Start leaving silences and learn to be comfortable in them. Start letting people talk more and learn how to really listen while speaking to them with your eyes and body. This alone will change your life. I mean that. And I'm actually working on a video where I go full depth into this. So definitely subscribe to the channel if you're interested about that. And so these three, they capture the elements that you have in your arsenal to expand your presence onto the world. And if you apply them, be cautious because there is a lot of pressure at your disposal here. You're playing with pressure, and so of course it might take some skill for you to master them. Right now is the best time to start playing with this, to become aware of the power of your body and of you taking space, the eye contact that you make, and your ability to leave silences and to shut up once in a while so that people can actually feel your energy. Give the space to let other people talk a little bit more, even when they thought they were done talking. Something very interesting will come out. I can talk about this for 1 more hour. And with that, let's move on to the anchor, the thing that you can focus on as you move out into the world that will remind you of everything that we've talked about in this video. And that anchor that I'm talking about is to breathe through your balls. You have a literal anchor built into your male body. For example, if you are in the gym and you notice yourself really fixating on an attractive girl that you see, then as you might have noticed already, your breathing will kind of stop and will become very shallow. And this in combination will create a blockage in your body that will stay there for the rest of your day. How do you alleviate those blockages? Is by breathing through the just visualizing the lowest part in your abdomen, to breathe through it slowly. I know it might sound silly to you, but I can literally prove it to you. If you want to find this out for yourself, here goes. Breathe in slowly through your nose for 4 seconds while visualizing the lowest part of your abdomen. Then you hold that breath for 4 seconds. And then as you release your breath, you release your whole body to its natural position, just letting your body expand naturally as you breathe out. Do this for 1 or 2 minutes and the following things will happen. Your voice will be noticeably lower. Your nervous system will have calmed down significantly as you have literally grounded yourself on your 2 feet. And thirdly, the energy in your body will be able to circulate again and move freely through your body, which is the absolute thing that we are trying to achieve. Precisely you being able to circulate that energy and to expand it onto the world to make your presence be felt. And as a little bonus, your bedroom performance will be a lot better because yes, it is these blockages that build up over the course of the day, make you perform not really as you want in the bedroom at the end of the day. And in a way, that's just a symbolic representation of what it means when your energy, your sexual energy, can freely flow through your body. I literally use this all the time throughout the day when I lose myself in my work or in some kind of fixation during the day. I always reset by anchoring to my freaking balls. You have a set of balls too, and so you can start applying this anchor to really tie everything that we learned in this video together to really expand your presence onto the world. And hey, never forget, you are powerful regardless of the beliefs you might have about yourself. If you connect to all of this, then subscribing and clicking the notification bell increases your chances of seeing the next video. If you are a self-improver that wants to create his own path in life, then you have to join the Masculine Direction Network. As I said, there is temporarily free access to the community, a network of more business-oriented and ambitious men, access to the monk mode events that I run, and of course access to me directly. For a limited time you can join all of that for free, so see you there. And then lastly, if you want to transform your dating and seduction life by finally connecting to your authentic masculinity, then you might want to learn more about the Awakened Masculine Academy. For that, there's also a link in the description for you to learn a bit more about this. And that's it. Take care. Bye.